ating programa na Daily Bible Readings. Ngayon po ay January 28, it's Saturday, and it's third week in Ordinary Time, and our psalm is from Luke chapter 1 verses 69 to 70, 71 to 72, and 73 to 75. Blessed be the Lord, the God of Israel. He has come to his people. Blessed be the Lord, the God of Israel. He has come to his people. Our first reading is from Hebrews chapter 11 verses 1 to 2, 8 to 19. Faith is the assurance of what we hope for, being certain of what we cannot see. Because of their faith, our ancestors were approved. It was by faith that Abraham, called by God, set out for a country that would be given to him as an inheritance. For he parted without knowing where he was going. By faith, he lived as a stranger in that promised land. There, he lived in tents, as did Isaac and Jacob, beneficiaries of the same promise. Indeed, he looked forward to that city of solid foundation, of which God is the architect and a builder. By faith, Sarah herself received power to become a mother, in spite of her advanced age, since she believed that he who had made the promise would be faithful. Therefore, from an almost impotent man were born descendants as numerous as the stars of heaven, as many as the grains of sand on the seashore. Death found all these people strong in their faith. They had not received what was promised, but they had looked ahead and had rejoiced in it from afar, saying that they were foreigners and travelers on earth. Those who speak in this way prove that they are looking for their own country. For if they had longed for the land they had left, it would have been easy for them to return. But no, they aspired a better city, that is, a supernatural one. So God, who prepared the city for them, is not ashamed of being called their God. By faith, Abraham went to offer Isaac when God tested him. And so he, who had received the promise of God, offered his only son, although God had told him, Isaac's descendants will bear your name. Abraham reasoned that God is capable even of raising the dead, and he received back his son, which has a figurative meaning. The first reading. And now let's have the gospel. The reading is from Mark chapter 4, verses 35 to 41. On that same day, when evening had come, Jesus said to them, Let's go across to the other side of the lake. So they left the crowd and took him along in the boat he had been sitting in, and other boats set out with him. Then a storm gathered, and it began to blow a gale. The waves spilled over into the boat, so that it was soon filled with water. Jesus was in the stern, sleeping on a cushion. They woke him up and said, Master, don't you care if we drown? And rising up, Jesus rebuked the wind and ordered the sea, Quiet now, be still. The wind dropped, and there was a great calm. Then Jesus said to them, Why are you so frightened? Do you still have no faith? But they were terrified, and they said to one another, Who can this be? Even the wind and the sea obey him. The word of the Lord. God is always present in the storm. In March 2020, in the depths of the global pandemic, Pope Francis stood alone in the rainy St. Peter's Square, blessing the city and the world with Jesus present in the Blessed Sacrament. Preaching to the world, he chose the gospel story we hear today. His intent was to remind the faithful and all the people of goodwill that no matter how strong the storms of life might seem, God is always present in the storm. Though he may seem to be sleeping, Jesus can calm the storm and restore order. When difficulties strike, family arguments, job loss, health problems, it can be hard to put our trust in God. We think that we have to handle everything on our own, that success or failure rests on our shoulders. But Jesus reminds us that He is present in His sacraments and in His church to offer aid, comfort, and peace. We are never alone. Thank you very much for watching our daily Bible readings, and I hope you subscribe and like and ring the bell so that you could watch our other videos about daily Bible readings. Thank you, everyone. Always remember, learning is lifetime. Bye.